Looks like you're in the wrong town, stranger.
Funny. I was going to say the same thing about you.
Maybe you didn't hear me.
Oh, I heard you. I just don't care.
But there's three of us.
Giddy up. Yeehaw. I like that hat. Don't get comfortable, amigo. Soy Diablo. You won't need that coat where you're going. That's an awful good hat for a bad man.
No bad guys left in town. Time to move on, Crist.
Well, look what the cat dragged in.
Been a while.
A while. Joe Crist. I didn't even know if you were still alive. Or dead.
Get off of me! Get out!
Let the woman be.
I can take care of myself, cowboy.
Oh, I'm sure you can.
Only you?
Just me and my 6 little friends.
Well, what'll it be, cowboy?
What's your name?
Maggie.
Nice name. I'm the same.
Coming right up.
Maggie, can I call on you?
Wow, you are quick on the draw. Are we talking professionally or socially?
Hopefully both.
Looking forward to it, Joe. You know, Del here told me all about you. He thought he'd never see you again. Who knows? Maybe you are some kind of miracle, Joe.
Miracles do happen, Maggie.
And lucky for you, they do.
Well,
Well, what?
once again, Joe Crist strikes.
Take a seat.
Take a seat. Well, what the hell have you been up to? What's it been? 2 years? Mm-hmm. And you've no news. No tall tales to tell? No death-defying feats? No so-called miracles?
Nope.
Oh, you're just downright boring. That's what you are. Downright boring, mister.
Mr. Crist? Joe Crist?
He is indeed Joe Crist.
My daughter, she's missing. She's a couple cards short of a full house, but she's as sweet as the day is long.
Have you seen the sheriff?
The sheriff's just useless.
This town has changed, Joe.
You're a bounty hunter. You could find her.
Was.
What can it hurt, Joe? Take a look with your professional prying eyes. Think of it as buying your way into heaven.
Does she live with you?
She lives across the street, the hotel top floor.
All right. I'll give it a look-see.
Thank you, Mr. Crist. Thank you so much, Joe Crist. You're a saint.
Joe Crist? Joe Crist? Ah, welcome back. Where am I? You're at my place. I'm Dr. Welber. I don't know why, but your hands have been bleeding on and off ever since you got here. What's the last thing you remember?
I was in the desert. It was raining.
And before that?
I was in the desert. It was raining.
And before that?
I was still in the desert. It was still raining.
Joe, you've been in this here room for 40 days.
I don't follow.
40. 40 days, like 40. 1, 2, 3, 4. You've been in this room for 40 days. 40.
You suffered a shotgun blast to the chest and the face, and you were blown clean through the hotel window. Frankly, I don't know how you're still alive. Your head is harder than a blacksmith's anvil, you know that?
Don't get on that train, Doc.
How did you know I was going off to...
Don't get on that train.
I don't understand.
I don't either.
Hi, darling. Oh, I said, hi, darling.
Got under there, sweetheart.
Just want a little look, that's all.
Come on, pretty lady. We just want to peek. You can be on your merry way.
Please, leave her alone.
What are you gonna do if we don't?
I'm headed to the church. You may join me if you'd like.
You just don't want us to have any fun at all, do you?
Please, join me.
When hell freezes over. You are really starting to get on my nerves. Have a nice day. Come on, boys.
Welcome. I've never seen you here before.
I just stopped by to try to collect myself.
Ah. And what do you usually do to compose or, as you say, collect yourself?
I get very drunk.
Ah. Do you have faith?
Faith?
Faith. Belief in a greater power than oneself.
I have faith in my gun. Does that count?
No, that doesn't count. He sees all. He hears all. He forgives all. Would you like to pray with me?
That's a bridge too far for me, Padre. I just stopped by to see if I can right my ship.
Ah. Listening in the wind, are we?
Mm-hmm.
He listens to us all.
How? How do you know someone's there?
My faith. My faith tells me.
But how do you know?
He's there. It's as simple as knowing the difference between right and wrong. It's within you. It's always within you. He's always within all of us. I'll leave you in peace. Stay as long as you want. His house is always open to you.
Joe Crist, as I live and breathe.
Have a drink.
I'm gonna get you a drink, Joe.
She likes you, Joe.
What's not to like?
How much time do you have?
You cheeky bastard.
Takes one to know one.
Good to see you, Maggie.
40 days, huh? You don't look any worse for wear. I think you really are a miracle man.
Oh, lucky, that's all. Miss me?
I did. Want to see me later?
More than anything.
Joe Crist? I'm Sheriff Hugo. I'm here to let you know that we just passed a no firearms ordinance. You're gonna have to hand your shooter over. I'm just joshing you. I just like knowing who I'm dealing with. I'm telling you that Mr. Weaver wants me to keep this town on a tight leash. We understand each other, Joe Crist?
We understand you, Sheriff.
Well, that's good to know. Be seeing you, Joe Crist.
I told you this town had changed. 2 more whiskeys, good looking.
And then we'll go check out that hotel room I was blown out of.
Why?
She's still disappeared, isn't she?
Yeah.
Maybe I missed something.
Oh, hell, Joe, that room's sure to be rented over and over by now.
Well, when the drinks arrive, you drink up quick. And then you can start telling me what's not to like about me, you cheeky bastard.
Well, your ornery disposition, for one. Your general lack of respect for others, your holier-than-thou attitude, your faster drawl than me.
Could have told you that.
Do you hear this guy, Maggie?
The Smucker sisters from Albuquerque. Did I tell you about the father of the Smucker sisters from Albuquerque? And your rugged good looks for another, that incident in Carson City. And since you came to town, Maggie won't give me the time of day.
I know where she is.
I'm sorry, Joe, but that girl's dead. We've got to tell her ma. She was dead.
Can you get her home?
Yeah, I could get her home, but she was dead.
Evening, Padre. Just stopped by to let you know, you ever interfere with my men having fun again, I'll bury you underneath this church of yours. After all this time, I don't know why you would suddenly think that's acceptable. So here's what's gonna happen now. These two men are gonna beat some sense into you. And whenever you wake up from that, you'll know my words have meaning. Enjoy the rest of your evening.
It's been 3 whole years since I moved to this town. And now I'm just stuck in the mud.
If you don't like it, leave.
That's the thing. I do like it. I feel like there's a future here. For me. But we gotta get rid of Weaver and his gang.
You know? Why don't I make an honest woman out of you?
You better be serious, Joe.
Oh, I'm as serious as a gunshot.
That's pretty serious. Why don't you come back to bed?
Wild horses couldn't drag me away.
I'm telling you, she was as dead as your great-great-granddad in a coffin. Well, go ahead and laugh. Laugh all you want. But I know the living from the dead, and I saw her. I saw her. And she was as dead as...
And now, for my next trick, I'm gonna try to bring back from the dead someone who's been very dead for many, many years.
Very funny, very funny.
Drinks on Dell.
To the bar. I didn't even know you had a sense of humor. Maggie, did you know he had a sense of humor?
Listen, he can be very playful when he wants to be.
And here all this time, I thought you were as dry as the desert sand, as dull as dishwater, as cheerless and dreary as a dark, cloudy day.
I am an enigma.
Oh, you're an enigma, all right.
Come from Alabama with a vengeance.
looked faster.
He did, didn't he?
You must have made some enemies these past 2 years.
Some.
Buy you a drink?
You're singing my song, Dell. In fact, you can buy me 3.
You know, that boy should never have come back to this town.
You tell Weaver that. Just like I thought. All bark. No bite.
I'm just saying.
It don't matter. What you or I say, that's Weaver's boy. You can't touch him.
You mark my words. There's gonna be trouble. There's gonna be trouble.
Well, I can live with trouble. Always have.
There's gonna be hell to pay.
We're all going to hell, Sheriff. I just want to be the last one to get there.
There's gonna be trouble. You know it, and I know it. Trouble! Trouble! Weaver. Weaver. Weaver!
Find me.
Looky here. Over here.
Get off of me, Blinken.
Looky here. Over here.
Don't touch me, you wheezy geezer!
Leave the man alone.
You just traded yourself for him, mister.
You try to slap me, I'll rip your arm off.
This ain't over.
Holy moly! Holy Moses! I can see! I can see! Maggie, hot damn! I can see your sweet face! I can see! I can see! Holy Moses, I can see! I can see! I can see! I can see!
What happened?
You fainted. Joe brought you in here.
Where's Joe?
Easy does it. He said he had business to attend to.
Welcome back, Joe Crist.
You want me to take care of them?
Them who?
Whoever did that to you.
It is not your concern.
You know, you kind of look like the sheriff.
The sheriff. He's my twin brother. He's as twisted on the inside as he is on the outside. But you didn't come here to talk about my brother.
Something's happening to me.
Well, if it is, have faith that it's God's will.
I can hear his voice.
That's not possible.
Oh, it is, Padre. It is.
You think you can actually hear him? And what does he say to you, Joe Crist?
He says that I am going to be his vengeance.
It's not possible. As vengeance is mine, saith the Lord. What you need is... It's not possible.
Oh, but it is, Padre. It is.
Well, looky here. Sunday school get out early?
You should be in church.
In church, praying. Praying we wouldn't find you. You got no girl to protect you this time, do ya? You see, Weaver gave us his blessing to put it into you.
That's exactly what we're gonna do.
I told you this wasn't over. Didn't I?
Wine. Ay, Dios mío. It's true.
The problem you have is that I'm no blind old man. May God bless you.
That looks good. Now don't forget to change the dressings every 3 days and you'll be as right as rain. All right?
I can do that.
Good. By the way, that train that you warned me about crashed and all the people in the car that I would have been in were killed. So, I'm much obliged to you, Joe Crist. But I have to ask, how did you know? How?
I'm as confused as you are, Doc.
Oh, by the way, before you go, we have a leper colony outside of town, and I would appreciate some help. Anything you can do would be fine to help these poor people. All right? And don't forget, your office calls will be free of charge.
Lepers,
Okay.
huh?
Absolutely.
Imagine that, Doc.
God bless Joe, Chris.
See you tomorrow, Sheriff.
Weaver wants you to join us. We're going after that bounty hunter.
I know. I'm coming. I know just where to find him.
Come on.
Another girl. It's just gone missing. It's gotta be Weaver's son, Joe. It's gotta be.
Weaver's son just got out of prison. Just when that girl Diane went missing.
Where do I find him?
It's usually at that old shack downtown.
I'm Anton Weaver. This is my town. I own everything and everyone in it. Nothing comes or goes around here without me saying so. And I say it's time for you two to hit the road. Ain't that right, Sheriff?
You boys heard him. Now get.
It's not polite to interfere with a man when he's drinking. But if you apologize, like I know that you will, I'll forget about your rude behavior.
Shoot somebody!
I had no beef with you. I was only following Weaver's orders. I was only following.
You're the sheriff. You're supposed to stand for law and order. You're supposed to stand for good. But you stand for neither. But your real problem is, you kicked the wrong dog.
Hey!
You don't want to draw down on me, boy.
You really don't?
She's out back, Dale.
Don't you know who my daddy is?
Your problem is, I just don't care. He was going for his gun.
It was Weaver's son. It was his only son. You don't know the trouble you're in.
You really don't, Joe.
You didn't have to kill him.
The sheriff in Abilene would have taken him.
You got to get out of town. Give Weaver some time to mourn and to calm down. But you got to get out of town.
Weaver's gonna have his guys coming after you. You have to get out of town.
Get out of town?
But what if I don't want to get out of town? What if I have a reason to stay in town?
You say the sweetest things, but I'm not kidding. You have to get out of town.
Get out of town. Give Weaver some time. I'll send word when it's safe, but you gotta get out of town.
If that's what you want.
I don't, but you have to get out of town.
Go ahead and get out of town.
Get out of town.
What?
Get out of town. I'll be right here in town, keeping the light on for you.
But I gotta get out of town.
You gotta get out of town.
Maggie! Come out here, we need to talk. Come on out.
She's not coming out.
Come out wherever you are. Your boyfriend killed my only son. Where is he? I'll only ask you one more time. Where is he? He was my only son. My only son! We're taking her with us.
Just a burning bush. Oh, you leave a trail like a bleeding dog.
You must be Weaver boys.
Looks like we got ourselves one smart cowboy.
Now, move away from that varmint before you make an ass of yourself.
Yeah, get away from the varmint.
Now, why would I do that? I like this meal. How about now? Am I silly now? I like that coat.
That's Doc. That's Doc they're dragging.
Or what's left of him.
What are we gonna do about it?
What are you doing here?
Well, hello to you too.
Weaver can't know you're here.
Joe, gunning for you.
I could use a drink.
Joe. It's Maggie. She's dead.
Weaver shot her. I saw it. Over at the saloon.
Where is she? They took her body to hide it from you.
I could really use that drink.
Weaver wants to meet you at the edge of town. You know violence isn't the answer.
You know it is for me, Padre. They killed Maggie. Somebody's gonna pay a penance.
Well, if that's the way it is, may he walk with you.
I'm coming with you. Not a good idea. I'm coming with you. You know, we probably won't live to tell the tale.
I know. But I'm coming with you all the same.
Have it your way. You don't have to do this, you know.
Now you tell me.
I told you before.
Yeah, but you didn't put any effort into it.
Just remember, Dell, everyone dies of something.
Is that some sort of confidence builder?
I told you, Joe Crist, this is my town. I'm gonna live here for as long as I want. You're gonna die in the street, right here and right now. Just between you and me, your little girlfriend died a slow, painful death.
See you on the other side, Dell.
What? Get her!
Dell. Wake up, Dell.
Yeah. Where's Weaver?
He's where he should be.
Let's get a drink.
know where to look. Weaver was such a deceitful... Well, he was so jealous of you two, you may never find her.
Dell, she's right over there behind that building.
Really?
Yep.
Well, you gonna go and wake her?
That I am. I'm gonna wake that gal and I'm gonna ask her for her hand.
Marriage?
Mm-hmm.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Well, you are a very brave man.
That I am, Dell. That I am.
Well, I shall be at the bar, raising a glass to toast the two of you. Folks, wait till you hear the news.
Now let us humbly invoke God's blessing upon this bride and groom, that in his kindness he may favor them. So in this sacred endeavor, do you, Joe Crist, take Maggie St. James as your lawful bride?
I do.
And do you, Maggie St. James, take Joe Crist as your lawful groom?
Maybe. I do.
Then by the authority vested in me, I now pronounce you husband and wife. And you may now kiss the bride.
To Maggie, she makes me want to be a better man.
To Maggie!
To Maggie! Sheriff Joe Crist, you got a few visitors out here.
It seems like you're mighty popular, Joe Crist.
Well, don't look so sad. People need...
Need what?
Hope. I need hope, Joe Crist.